Hello and welcome to this video. My name is Max, and today this video is going to be about how do you know if you're right or wrong?
And roll the intro. Oh, I haven't made that yet.
Now, before we begin on this topic, let me give you a brief introduction about these videos. I'm looking to do a video every 2 weeks because I've been avoiding this for a long time, and there's two things that I love. There's actually more than two things, but there's two things that I love that I would like to combine, and that is access consciousness and videos. So my goal here is to put out a video every 2 weeks that gives you something that contributes to you and makes your life better. I'm going to be using the tools of access consciousness that have changed my life completely. I'm going to be adding some fun stuff about traveling, which I do a lot of, food and cooking, and my knowledge as a naturopath that I've gained over the years and what I've had to unlearn in that area. And really just things to make your life better. And I'm also curious in what you guys are interested in. If there's anything that I can contribute to you, put some comments down below, videos that you'd like, something that would be fun, whether it's about locations, whether it's about particular topics, or something you want to change in your life, something you'd like to have greater in your life. The world is our oyster. Now, I've actually got a bunch of stuff too that I filmed years ago that I never finished editing. Great stuff. I cooked a whole chicken broth and made excellent instructions. It was at least 5 years ago, and I never even edited it. So that's going to be coming out as well. And another thing I'd like to share with you guys is some of the beautiful places that I go to. Right now, I'm in the Sunshine Coast of Australia. I actually lived here for 10 years, and it's incredible. Check this out. Okay, so right and wrong. How do you know when you're right and wrong in a particular situation? I'm gonna have to burst some bubbles for people that believe in right and wrong. Because right and wrong is actually a lie. And here's a particular example that Shannon O'Hara, my wife, has shown me over time is, if you look in nature, what animal and what tree does judgment? Because judgment is right and wrong. It's either right or it's wrong. You choose along that spectrum. But what tree does judgment? No, I shouldn't grow here. I'm growing too big. I'm casting shade on these other trees and they can't grow. They don't have enough light. I'm such a bad tree for growing here. Or spreading their roots down and a big fig getting under a house and moving the foundations. The tree doesn't care. The tree doesn't have a point of view. So how often have you felt right or wrong? Do you feel generally more right or do you feel generally more wrong? I know for me, I grew up always having a sense that there was something wrong with me, and everything that I was doing, there was probably something going to be wrong. And I always looked for where other people were right and what I needed to do and what I needed to be to fit in to be right. Little tip to begin with, that actually doesn't work. It doesn't create your life. It doesn't create anything better in the world. And there's so many of us that are stuck in wrongness, perpetual wrongness, like I'm wrong, I've done something wrong. What if that didn't have to be the case? And what if being right was not the antidote or the solution to that? What if neither right or wrong were actually relevant? What if neither of those had to be true for you? What if there could be a space available for you to be, where it's not about right or wrong, the bird agrees, where you could be you and not have to fit into other people's points of views of what you should be or what you shouldn't be, what the right way to be is, what the wrong way to be is, and everything that is a point of view. People are the only ones that do judgment. And how much has judgment been used to control people? Like, if you can make people think that they're wrong and there's a right way to do it, how much easier is it to control a whole movement of people? And it just doesn't need to be your reality. So here's a couple of things you can do to move out of rightness or wrongness, because being right is not an antidote for wrong. Trust me, I've tried. What if every time you sensed the energy of rightness or wrongness, you could stop and acknowledge it and ask, is this actually real or is this an invention? Because judgment is always an invention. Right or wrong is always an invention. It's a created concept that actually doesn't exist. You tell a dolphin that it's wrong. Is it going to believe that it's wrong? Is it going to suddenly go, oh, I'm so bad? No, ridiculous. A dolphin doesn't know what right or wrong is. A dolphin bees who it bees and swims in the fucking ocean. So what if you could swim in the ocean and be who you be and not subscribe to right and wrong? This might be a bit of a mind-blowing one for a lot of people, and it was for me. And for me, it's a continuing process of recognizing how much I am buying into right and wrong and actually choosing beyond that. There is so far greater beyond that if you're willing to leap, you can actually access. So there's going to be much more on this topic in future videos. I'd love for you to join me. Please subscribe to this channel, put a comment down below, like the video. You can even tap on that bell so you get a notification every time I post another video. How does it get infinitely better than this? Look forward to seeing you in the next one.